What's happening, guys? Good morning. It's Monday. We're sitting here in my little recording studio for the morning, which is a 25 Mustang GT. This is a 60th anniversary car. I've showed this car on video before a couple of times. This is the Wimbledon white one with the carmine red interior. Um, this actually sits in our showroom. Not sure if you guys can tell through the windows or not, but we are sitting in the showroom. We are not on the road or doing anything like that. But I decided for today I wanted to film something in this car and do a little talk story from the car. So first and foremost, let's get an update on where we're at for the month. So currently, as of this moment, sitting at 6.5 cars out. I do have a customer that's coming to sign very shortly here. He should probably be here in the next 10-15 minutes. He's going to be signing for his 25 Explorer ST. This is going to be his second ST, fourth Explorer. He is with HPD. So he's had two Explorer Sports back when we used to have the 3.5-liter Explorer Sports in the older body style. And this is going to be his second ST. Sorry. Just trying to fix myself, look a little more presentable here. Um, So he's gonna come pick that up pretty soon. That'll put us at 7.5 for the month. So we're on the hunt. We're doing pretty good. Trying to get to 15. And I think it is doable. It is possible to get there. So we just got to keep the ball rolling on that. Did have the weekend off. So I was off Wednesday, Thursday for a little R&R. Thursday is my normal day off. My man, Mr. Mello, told me to go ahead and take Wednesday off because I was pretty burnt out from all the runnings around on the lot and dealing with them. Um, the situation with our lot being filled up as crazy as it is. I was off Wednesday, Thursday. I was back here on Friday. Made a car deal on Friday for a Explorer as well. The 2025 Explorer ST line that a customer had reserved on Ford.com. Came in, got that delivered to him. He's good to go on that. We do need to get him his spare key. We do owe him that, so we'll get that set aside for him today or tomorrow as soon as we get access back to our key room again. It's blocked off for some work we're doing here at the store. But then I took Saturday, Sunday off. Saturday we did have an event at the Waihoa Value Added Product Development Center. God, that place is a long name. But the kitchen that my wife uses in Waihoa. We had an event there on Saturday. Did that in the morning. Then spent most of the rest of the day. My wife had to do some baking. I hung out with Paisley, relaxed a bit. Sunday, I spent all day with Paisley. Unfortunately, my dad wasn't feeling good, so he didn't end up taking her like he normally does. So we hung up at the house, played some water guns, did all of that. That was pretty cool. Now we're back. Like I said, customer coming in now to sign up on that 25 ST to put us at 7.5. But now that you guys have the update on where we're at, what's going on with that for the month, let's talk about why we're sitting here in this Mustang. So we're sitting here in this Mustang because this is one of three Mustangs. We have two in stock, one of two in stock, one more on the way that are all manual transmission cars. So MT82 six-speed manual cars right here. Roll your own gears. And that's what I kind of wanted to talk about today is what's going on with the manual cars. Um, Obviously, as many people, all of our enthusiasts for sure know, the manual transmission has slowly been going away. There aren't nearly as many people purchasing manual transmissions in 2025 as there were maybe in 2005. Many people nowadays can't even drive manual transmission anymore. It's not nearly as popular as it used to be. But I'm curious what you guys think on, is the manual transmission going to go away entirely, or are we going to see a resurgence in manual transmissions? So, and what brings me to that thought of possibly seeing a resurgence of manual transmissions is something mentioned in a video I was watching the other day. So, I watch another YouTuber, not religiously, but here and there when I'm in the mood for his type of content. I watch a guy, Tim Burton, known as Shmee150, um, on YouTube. Big supercar guy, massive collection of really high-end supercars, hypercars even that he's had over the years. And that was something that he had talked about the other day. Talking more about the supercar world, of course, we're talking here with more consumer vehicles, not just the highest of the high end six and seven figure cars, but he had mentioned that he thinks that they're going to see a revival of the manual transmission sometime here soon because cars have been so digital for about 10 years now, um, especially on the hypercars and the supercars with dual clutch transmissions really taking over the scene from the manuals. But he believes that we're going to see a big resurgence in manual transmissions again. And I think it's possible. I think it's possible even on the consumer side, that you may see a lot more manual transmissions come back to vehicles and people get more back to those simple vehicles for a little bit. But I'm curious what you guys think on that. Do you think the manual transmissions are going to get popular again? Do you think more manufacturers will start to bring it back? Um, we have some vehicles in the lineup that do offer the manual transmission, like the Mustang, like the Bronco. But we don't bring very much of them in because we don't see a lot of people going for those. But we do have inquiries about it every now and then, especially on Bronco. So we do need to get maybe one or two manual transmission Broncos, I think, in our order bank. But what are you guys' thoughts on that? Do you think it'll come back? Do you think more people need to learn to drive manual? Because a lot of people don't nowadays. I definitely do. Most of my cars, up until my most recent ones, have all been manual transmission. I'm a stick shift type of guy. My CTSV is a stick. Um, so I definitely enjoy it. But even for myself, I've shied away from manual transmissions lately, mainly because my wife doesn't like driving stick as much as I do. I don't care. I could drive stick every day. It doesn't bother me at all. If my Mach-E was a stick, that wouldn't bother me at all either. But Um, I do understand the simplicity and the ease of use of an automatic car, and I will 100% concede that a dual clutch transmission car shifts faster than anybody does with a clutch. There's no doubt about it. You're not going to outshift the dual clutch trans. Um, but food for thought, something I wanted to talk about today on that front. I'm gonna get this setup I got going here broke down. Get ready for this appointment that should be coming in here in about 5 minutes. Um, Still waiting on his ST to get out of PDI because it just came in, and then we need to get it over to detail to get all cleaned up. So I may end up having to deliver it to him later on at his work, but we'll see what the plan ends up being. We'll see how this day goes. We're gonna shoot some more clips throughout the day for sure. And we need to get, I keep saying it, we need to get more consistent with posting up videos. We are going to do it. I need to get back on it with social, with posting um used car ads in Facebook Market, all of that as well. So nothing to it but to do it. We're going to get it done. I'll see you guys a little later on. All right, guys. So quick update. Not a whole bunch has changed, but I got the vehicle out of PDI. Um, the ST that we talked about earlier. Got it out of PDI and over into detail, kind of cracking the whip on them a little bit because we're really behind the eight ball. Customer wanted to come in, sign paperwork, take delivery about 11 o'clock. Unfortunately, that time has come and gone. I do have my man Khalil in detail working his butt off right now to get it done for about 12:15, 12:20, and then I have to run it up to the gas station to get it gassed up and get a plate on it. So we're cutting it close, but I think we're gonna get something done to try and deliver it about 12:30. Crossing fingers on it because I would love to deliver it to him and um, hopefully not have to actually deliver it to his workplace out in Pearl City because we have everybody going in different directions this morning, delivering vehicles to customers. So we're pretty much not gonna have any sales guys around this afternoon with all the deliveries that need to go down. So trying my best to end up staying at the store. Hopefully I can, and I don't end up having to go and pick one of these guys up. We're gonna have to see what's in the cards on that. But real quick, I'm grabbing my car that was parked over on the lot. We're gonna try and put it over here on the charger because we're down at 19%, and that is not gonna get us home and back. So we need to get this bad girl charged up. Hopefully one of these chargers is open. Was showing open on the app. Yep, looks like we're good. We do have a couple of chargers available. That'll be nice. Dang, sick Land Cruiser right there. Um, that's 80 series Land Cruiser. If I remember my series correct. But that's where we're at right now. I'm gonna get this plugged in on the charger. Gonna walk back over to the dealership, see what the status is on my ST. I need to get a paper plate made for it and grab the gas card so we can get ready to gas it up when I run back up there. And it's done. So I keep moving. Rechecked my board. Sorry, my count was off. I'm at 7.5 currently. That deal will put me at 8.5. So we're on the hunt. We're gonna try and get to 15. Can't let the ball stop rolling now. We start digging through some stuff and see if we can make things happen. But we will see how this day goes. Hopefully, we can get one more on the board today, get to 9.5, and just keep rolling on. What's happening, guys? Hopefully, wind noise isn't too bad. Needs to cool off in here a little bit. But we are back with a little later in the day update. We did end up delivering the Explorer ST. So that customer came by, signed everything up, took delivery of his new ST. He does have a few things he needs to do in order to get that registered and then get it on the road as a legal cop car, which is how it's going to spend its life. That apparently will be his last motor vehicle before he retires. He does have quite a few years in the force, so it's gonna be his 4th Explorer and his last one as a motor vehicle. And then I guess he plans to pass it down to his son, who is also part of HPD and has, I think he said 3 years on the force now. But we find ourselves once again back in a Mustang like we were earlier. Different Mustang from the one we were in earlier, though. This particular one is also a GT. It is a GT Premium, but this is an automatic, not a manual. Currently getting this moved over to our 3rd storage lot that we're using right now. We finally got some space over here at the Long's garage, which you guys have seen several times before because that is where I park my car every day, is up on the roof here at Long's. So we got, I think it's 20 stalls right now that we can use up here. So I'm moving this off the lot because it's not a super hot unit right now, and we're gonna put it up there at that storage. Currently don't really have anything going on in the way of additional deals. So I don't know, might head out a little bit early tonight, maybe in an hour or so. But wanted to at least jump on here and give you guys an update on where we're at now. And hopefully our 3 minutes doesn't time out before we hit the roof. You guys can kind of see what we have set up here at this Long's garage. We have 15 on the roof here right now, and we can have a total of 20. So I'm gonna try and move 5-ish units off of our lot over here to make up a little more space, so things might look a little more reasonable. But there's the first of the bunch. What do we have? 1, 2, 3 Rangers and a bunch of lightnings. So yeah, it's a bunch of lightnings. So we have a Maverick, a Vapor Blue, ST line Explorer. That's not a full-blown ST. It's an ST line. More lightnings. Power Boost F-150. I'm gonna stick this right in between those two F-150s. Yeah, that's what I want to go for. We'll stick it right in there. And I'll walk over to the dealership and see what else we can bring over here for now. This does help though. It helps quite a bit that we have this additional space up here, because it's opening up our lot. So once I walk back down there, there's my Mach-E. Once I walk back down there, I'll show you guys how much more space we have opened up right now because of having this extra lot. So see you guys back over there.